It takes just half a minute to reach another world, 30 meters beneath the streets of Helsinki. A labyrinth of tunnels and bunkers under Helsinki was designed to protect 900,000 people from missile attacks, chemical weapons and radiation in the event of war. But that's not all. Welcome to one of Helsinki's most popular playgrounds, for both children and adults. It's a hockey field and a gym, cafeteria and parking lot, all in one. Some people even celebrate their birthdays here.
This is a daily life for us. We've grown up with having these bomb shelters, so we don't really think about it. And Helsinki is like filled with an own underground world.
This bunker in the Hakaniemi district is one of Finland's largest. 2 soccer stadiums would fit inside, says Civil Defence Officer Tommy Rask. In the event of war, though, the facility can quickly be converted into a fully functioning air raid shelter.
Normal scenario is that sheltering time is required between some hours and some days. On most of our shelters, we can make the sheltering period quite much higher, but the sheltering period creates different problems. One biggest problem is the heat that one person creates. When I create approximately 100 watts of heat all the time.
So, is it a problem for 6,000 people to live in a bunker like this in an emergency? Not in Helsinki. The bedrock beneath the city is solid granite and nice. The bunker was carved into the underground rock and is not only solid, but also cool. In the event of war, the large halls can be converted into smaller rooms if needed. So, thousands of people can live down here for longer periods, much as they would above ground.
There will be people dying, there will be people birthing, there will be sick people, there will be glad people, there will be sad people. Every function, and as a normal society, happens within the shelters.
Finland shares a border with Russia, over 1,300 kilometers long. For a long time, it refused to join NATO, but not anymore. The war in Ukraine changed that. The EU member has now also been a NATO member for 6 months. The majority of Finns call for more protection and greater security.
I would say that Finnish people have like rather this kind of this stoic attitude to the situation. So we know that there is this risk always. It has been there like since Finland got its independence. It realized in the Second World War when Russia tried to invade Finland, and it could happen someday also. So we know about that, but it's not something we're like actively, fear. It's not something that we think about in our everyday life.
Yet memories have been reawakened of what is known as the Winter War, when Finland fought against the Soviet Union from 1939 to 1940. Finland emerged from the conflict with its sovereignty intact, but paid a high price in casualties and territory. The peace accord, known as the Treaty of Moscow, marks a dark chapter in relations between the two countries. This monument in central Helsinki commemorates the sacrifices of the Winter War. During the conflict, Finland passed its first civil defence law. Even today, all public buildings and private buildings over a certain size must have a shelter, as does the metro system. In total, Helsinki has more than 5,000 air raid shelters with rooms for almost 1 million people.
We do our work hoping that it will never be used, but still we need to do it. The history has been shown us that it is possible, and when something is possible, it might happen.
And the people of Helsinki want to be prepared and protected 30 meters deep in the bunkers beneath their capital.